Is this the only archival project that is on at Azim Premji University, or are there other archival projects? And if there are, how does this project complement other archival projects in the university?
We have already started receiving a lot of donated collections, from a variety of scholars. So for instance, and these are only a few examples, the entire collection of David Horsburgh, who is known to be an eminent educationist, the entire collection of Dr. Reshmi Mitra, who is an eminent biologist, the collection of Nandalal Sawhney, an eminent jurist, to just a few that come to my mind, they have been donated to the library with the expectation that we would help to preserve these collections. So the Knowledge Resource Center, which manages not just the library but other knowledge platforms across the foundation, has taken particular care to plan for the physical preservation of some of these donated materials if they are seen to have a kind of archival value where people wish to actually touch and feel and see the material. So for instance, correspondence by these scholars, or some of them have varied interests like stamp collections or paintings which have nothing to do with their scholarly pursuits but gives you a picture of the person as a whole. Now these we are planning to preserve in under archival conditions. The majority of the materials that we feel without always taking care of fair use and copyright regulations can be actually opened out to the public. We would like to go ahead and open it out to the public. The ones that can't are still available in our university library, and we welcome queries by scholars, even regular citizens of India that would wish to come and see these collections to just write to us, and we have a provision for external temporary membership into our library to enable that kind of transactions. The Schoolbooks archive therefore is part of the idea that as a university we could play a role in preserving repositories of knowledge over time across a variety of disciplines. Like any typical university, we do not only work in education but across disciplines and domain areas like health and sustainability and environment, and a bunch of them, water, and within disciplines economics and physics and biology and literature and history and so forth. So this would be a continuing sort of process. We are a transaction-led, active teaching learning community in the university. So the ambition is not to be the National Archives of India. The ambition is only for the kind of subject areas where there's a lot of transaction happening within the university. If there are valuable collections that come to us, we need to do full justice to it. We are not passive. We don't wait for people to come to us and give us their collections. We also actively reach out to people to see whether they would be interested in us helping with the digitization, preservation and sharing of materials that they have accumulated over the years. So we just welcome anyone who feels that they have a store of resources that should be useful to scholars and students and faculty across India to write to us, at which point we visit the premises or look at the list of materials being offered, the quality and how much of preservation is required, and help with the whole process of acquisition and integration into our collection. My vision would be that even obscure collections held in smaller towns that are really facing a threat of extinction, because very often a scholar who collects these, like many of us, just go on buying without without thought as to what is going to happen if we should pass away or whatever, or if we should no longer have space to preserve these collections. So we do have the ability to also house regionally and deeply located collections in the libraries that we have in all of these. There are at least about 57 to 60 such teaching learning centers on a current count. So not everything has to be in Bangalore, and nor does everyone have to come to Bangalore to engage with these archives.